All the way in the back, can you hear me? You can't hear me? Hey! Attention! Okay, so I invite everybody to gather this way. And those that weren't able to get a drink, run to the bar real quick while we're gathering this way. What's playing in my mind? So I really didn't want to use the microphone, but I'm going to lose it bad if I have to yell. And we're not the only ones here. Okay? So gather in. We're going to live stream this in a minute, but a couple things I want to tell you before I get started. One, there's plenty of food over here, so help yourselves to it. Maybe not in the next 10 minutes, but right after that. There's a place in the back where there's a big Hawaiian map where you can write a note, sign your name, put something on it. We're putting a book together. We'll give it to Karen with all your comments if you do that. Preferably not in the next 10 minutes, but shortly after that. So if everybody's here for Larry's memorial, if you just come a little bit closer. We have a whole lot back there. We want to get Karen up here too before we get started.
Say church people, move up.
Come on up here. Let's get Karen up here.
Everybody happy.
She's hugging her way in.
Hey, Hassan!
I'm Kitty. Jim. Nice to meet you. Chat ties. You want to whistle?
I know you're not going to be able to hear me if you're talking. Just 10 minutes, that's all we want. Okay? Thank you. All right, I can't move too. Is it better with the microphone or without?
Yeah.
All right, I'll use the microphone then. I just hate loud sobbing in a mic. Are you going to sit here in your chair with us? All righty. Okay, so now we're going to live stream this, and hopefully this isn't live streaming yet, but just a couple of rules. For about 10 minutes, we're not going to sing. You're going to want to sing with what you're going to hear me try to say. But we're not going to sing. We're going to give you a chance. We're going to sing after I'm done. I'm going to try to get through this, and we're going to honor Larry today. When I cry, you cry. Okay? That will help me, because I'm going to cry a little bit. Larry Graham, I.B. Smart, is a good friend of ours. He met here every Thursday for a long, long time with some really cool old guys. I mean, they're old. I came with them once in a while, but they said I couldn't come back every week because I wasn't old enough. But I had fun because they're all heroes in the United States. Great men. Some of what I'm going to say, and Puppy, we're ready to go now if you haven't figured it out yet.
I started 10 minutes ago.
Some of what I'm going to say is going to be very accurate, some is going to be slightly accurate, but most of it's intended to be accurate today. So if I mess something up, forgive me for it. It's just because I copied somebody else's lies from the internet. I read a whole lot of Facebook over the last week, trying to put together what's best to be said. Some of it's from you, some of it's from me, all of it's from us. About a year ago, Larry had a stroke and probably began to sense that the end of his life was coming. Then on 7 September, Larry wrote on Facebook, which we saw almost every day, almost everyone sitting here, these words. Well, I have the results. I have diffuse glioma cancer. Treatment will start in the near future. Overall feeling okay. I'm not surprised by this, and I will deal with it. So please, don't be overly concerned. I've been involved with families dealing with disease and death and dying for more than 35 years of my life professionally, and I've never seen friends come together like you did to be concerned for Larry during his final months. From Larry and from Karen, thank you.
Love you.
After about a day of trying to write something for Larry, I finally realized that I cannot, nor should I. Larry is fine. Larry's the one who's okay. We're not. We need help. We need words of comfort. So this is for us. As I said, I'm probably going to stop and cry along the way. Just cry with me. We pause today to remember and celebrate the life of our great friend Larry, who some of us know best as IB Smart, or IBS. Grant to us even now, as we focus on his life, and comfort us with the knowledge to mind. Meaningless, meaningless, everything is meaningless. The shock of all shocks was to hear that that energetic, healthy, happy, not very old at all friend of ours had incurable cancer. There was nothing that could be done. Cancer does suck. You can applaud once in a while, it's okay. How tragic that this wonderful man was taken from us so young, so suddenly. But none of us has a guarantee on life. Everything is meaningless. Another guy a long time ago wrote the words, "Why do you not even know what will happen tomorrow? What is your life? It is but a mist. It comes for a little while and then vanishes." For some of us, our mist will appear for 70, 80, or 90 years. For Larry, for IB Smart, it was 67 years and 1 day. The question we have to answer, as he did, what will we do with our life? How will you use it to impact others? Larry made a difference. He was a friend. Look around you. He told you what he thought, but he would still do almost anything for you. An unknown... An unknown author wrote these words. "When I come to the end of the road and the sun has set for me, I want no rights in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not too long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember the love that we once shared. Miss me, but let me go. For this is a journey that we all must take, and each must go alone. It's all a part of the plan, a step on the road to home. When you're lonely and sick of heart, go to the friends we know, and bury your sorrows in doing good deeds. Miss me, but let me go." Lee wrote that Larry had a rough childhood growing up in Pittsburgh, but mustered through till he was a senior in high school. He was on track with great grades to attend college after he graduated. However, life was so difficult, he decided to join the Marines and get out of Pittsburgh and get away from it. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles on the land as is on sea. First to fight for the right and freedom and to keep our honor clean, he, Larry, is proud to claim the title of United States Marine. This is a time of remembering. Some of the things that IBS thought were worth remembering and would want me to mention today. The Marine Corps was born on November 10th, 1775. The Steelers were born on July 8th, 1933. Larry was born on April 2nd, 1951. Fox News was born October 7th, 1996. And Trump was elected president in November 2016, and she was not. Not making a political statement, I'm just talking for Larry today. No singing yet. Here's to Brother Hasher, Brother Hasher, Brother Hasher. Here's to Brother Hasher, may he chug a lug. Defense Intelligence Agency and basically continued honing his skills as a master of collecting human intelligence. His path took him to Tampa and several positions on MacDill Air Force Base, working for United States Central Command, and finally ending that part of his career at United States Special Operations. And he continued to do some work as a contractor, training others to do what he did so well for many years. Our flags unfurled to every breeze, from dawn to setting sun. We fought in every clime and place where we could take a gun. In the snow of far-off northern lands and in sunny tropic scenes, you'll always find us on the job, the United States Marines. We don't know what is next. What we do know is that we can and must depend on each other and our love to get through good days and bad. It's my prayer that together we get through this hard day. As we depart from this place and go with us, grant us peace. As we depart from each other, grant us comfort in our sorrow. Challenge us to remember the great life and all that IBS gave to us. Here's to health to you and to our Corps, which we are proud to serve. In many a strife we fought for life and never lost our nerve. If the Army and the Navy ever look on heaven's scenes, they will find the streets are guarded by Larry, a United States Marine. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels looking after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Amen. To Larry, a United States Marine. Raise your glasses. To Larry. At this time, we're going to introduce a little bit more singing, but I want to open up the floor to people that want to say something short, something funny, something serious, whatever you'd like. But we'll take a few moments to allow you to share some of those thoughts. You might want the microphone. But if not, Lee?
Hi, I'm Lee. I've known Larry since 1993, so longer than most, but not as long as some that are in this room, particularly Sam. Sam, where are you?
Right here.
Sam, how far do you go back with Larry?
Mid-70s.
Mid-70s, with the CI units. Larry had an eclectic group of friends. You can say that again. And I'm one of them. And I'm proud to be one of them. Because if you were a friend of Larry's, you're a friend of everybody that was in this group. Because he didn't discriminate. Everybody was his friend. As he used to say to me when we used to sit here every Thursday for the last 6 years, careful what you think of the guy next to you, or girl, because you have no clue what they do for a living or what they did for a living. So respect them, and that's what he had for everybody. And all I can say is, I be smart, it's going to be missed for a very long time.
Here's the brother Hasher.
Brother Hasher, Brother Hasher. Here's the Brother Hasher. May he chug a lug.
That's it. That's it. This is live streaming, folks. Someone else. Someone else. Don't have to. It's okay.
I'll say a word. All right. So just as a brother Hasher and a friend of Larry and Karen, I just wanted to say that I didn't have the honor of knowing Larry for very long, but I knew that look. Where's the gentleman who just spoke? So when he meets you and you speak to him, he's a man of few words, but he about a million words in his look. And he looks at you and he goes, I'm gonna figure this guy out. So he knew. And I had the honor of putting some things up in his house and his awards and things. And he served honorably. And I just wanted to, as a man myself who served 12 years in the Navy, I'm very appreciative of his service and of the gentleman here as well. So thank you very much for your service and for what you mean to the family. Thank you. And to Karen, the last thing I want to say, where is she? You're not alone, sister. We love you. And I'll tell you this, that I used to tell my sailors this. There comes a point in a man's life, a woman's life, and any soldier, sailor, Marine, civilian, doesn't matter. You want to move from success to significance. And look at this crowd right here, and it tells you that Larry lived a significant life, and so did you, and we appreciate you for that very much. So, cheers.
Here's the Sister Hasher.
Sister Hasher, Sister Hasher. Here's the Sister Hasher. May she chug a lug.
She's knocked up.
Someone else? We'll call her Kim for the moment.
Know me as MS. Go there. So thank you very much for having this mascara optional event. And I'm so glad I didn't do the lower lashes. And tip. I've known Karen since I up and moved, flipped a quarter with my rider truck and my two dogs and headed east instead of west on I-10. And okay, here we go. And so I met Karen on my very first hatch, which was like my very first day in Tampa. And she took me under her wing, showed me across the Gandy Bridge to her house, and I've known her and been a dear friend of hers for so long. So I've been very protective of the company she keeps. And I watched a few of the companies she keeps that way back, and I was a little worried about my friend. So I should talk, right? Those of you who know us. So one day after I had found my soulmate over there, where's my goat, and we're having one of those great pre-cruise, I believe, Hasher hot tub parties at my house, and there was a gentleman there that apparently Martha and Ed knew from back in the day. And, you know, everybody was going around. He was a little worried about, I didn't bring swim shorts. So he decided, you know, being an officer and a gentleman, or I'm a master sergeant and a gentleman, that he would just wear the tidy whities. And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting choice. And, okay, that was a decent guy. And so we didn't get to go on the cruise that year because I think I might have been either just married or pregnant or something like that. I don't remember it all was together. But I come back, and another dear friend of ours who's like dancing and listening with Larry right now was saying, yeah, you'll never guess who fell in love on that cruise. You missed a great one. I'm like, who? It was Karen and Larry. And both Goat and I said, you mean Master Sergeant Whitey Tidy? But let me tell you, he was so wonderful and loved her so much, and they had the most beautiful relationship, and it warms my heart to just think about how kind and loving he is and was to my dear friend and to us and our family. And we love you all, and we know that he's here today still. And those are some of the best memories.
Brother Hasher, here's to Brother Hasher, may he chug along.
One or two more. Debbie.
I just want to say a few words about Karen and Larry together, and about when Larry had his surgery. I was there. I'll just say the nice story too. But I just wanted to also reflect that the one thing when they were offering Larry, after he was in recovery, they were offering him the turkey sandwich or the yogurt or whatever it is, the things they give you in recovery, and he said, I want a cheeseburger. And they said, oh, but you can have the cheeseburger. So Karen acquiesced and went and got him a cheeseburger, and the first thing he said to me when she left the room was, is she okay? And I said, yeah, she's worried about you, but she's okay. And the one thing that we all reassured him was, we've got you. Okay? And so, about Larry, we miss you, but we know you're around.
Here's to Sister Hasher, Sister Hasher, Sister Hasher. Here's to Sister Hasher, may she chug along.
One last one. Oh, Miss Karen's going to be the last one. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Very cool. Very close. Well, I wanted to introduce the bridesmaids. All the bridal party that was supposed to come to Las Vegas to help us get married, because you can't do that by yourself in Vegas. So we have 3 of the 4. We have Suzanne, Kelly, and Kim. And Martha's out in the world here somewhere. But we have all these bridesmaids. And so Larry is running around with 5 women in Las Vegas having the best time. And this has been, if you follow Facebook, the parts of, there are like, 5 or 6 women on the bed while he was trying to figure out how did I end up like this? It's always happening to him with that. So I wanted to kind of introduce, there are a lot of people through the very many years we have. And I was introduced to all his buddies on Thursdays, and I would sometimes get off work in time, or when I was in
Everybody happy.
I would come out and play with Mac and Lee and all the guys, and Jeanette would say, I'm going to buy a round of beers for everybody. It was awesome. And so we had all these good times. And then was like, okay, we want to go see the Steelers. I'm like, okay. And we have all these guys over here, this amazing crew of, they came and they made a Steelers cave for him while he was kind of stuck in this little hospice bed. And these hospice people, are they still here back in the back? We have these amazing hospice people from Seasons Hospice who really helped us a lot. That we had tremendous support from. And then of course we had Aaron who came along and said, we've got some planning to do. And so we did that too. But we had a lot of people along the way who would come about every other day. We'd have someone who would come by and look at him, say, what are you doing? And we had other people that if I couldn't get this or that done, the stovetop broke. So the cooktop, someone took it, Bobby took it out. And Sam Boner put it in, all these things that were happening. So it was truly a community, an amazing, amazing trip for all of us, how a lot of us were able to kind of come together. And then I had this boss guy, and Janice, who said, do you need to take, FMLA right now? I'm like, well, it's August. I'm going to save this for hospice. And he's like, what? I know this is happening, this is gonna take a long time. And it just kind of slowly built, and not everybody was really on top of how sick he was getting so fast. But he went really, really, really fast. And I saw incremental changes every day, how his brain started to unravel, and how we would take him to radiation every day for like 6 weeks, and then he just would start falling. And so we took him to the hospital after I just couldn't understand. And then I would have my favorite dog handler, Jillian, come over. Could you look at the dog and could you check on Larry? And like he knew her, so he was okay up and coming. I'm like, hey Larry. And that was how I knew I had to take him to the hospital. And that was how we knew he had a it was like the cerebral edema. It was so bad. It was right around Halloween. So that was when he had to go to the hospital, and that was how he didn't understand how sick he was. And then we came along to some campouts where he really started spiraling down, and people started to see he was not himself. And that again, a lot of the community was able to say, what do you need? And this is the part where I'm so grateful for everyone who said, oh, there's some changes. And so as we move along, I'm working and he's okay at home, and then he started falling again. And one of his Marine Corps persons, Wayne, he's not in town right now, he's moved back to Virginia, as they do. There's a migration. There's a migration. And so he put in like a side rail, and I said, could you put a rail next to the hot tub? He's like, is Larry getting in the hot tub? I said, no, but everyone comes over. They do these quick things, and they want to get in the hot tub. So it turns out great. It's, we have someone like Spicy who puts on these tread marks, and we have like Kim who helps put in the overhead ceiling fans so that we can turn on the lights, we can see where we're going. It sounds really crazy. And we had midnight stripper poles put in the shower. Where's Mr. Bitch? Okay, so yeah. So this guy, he's like, oh, this thing isn't going to come down. And I want to tell you how many times it just saved him from, he would have to grab it because I wouldn't let him take a shower by himself anymore. And that saved him from having broken things. So these are the parts of Bobby put a lot of aluminum rails in here, and then she got soup here. Soup. I just can go on and on about how grateful I am for everyone doing these amazing things for Larry and helping me along the way so that I could figure out how to cope with it. And I think that is how I'm able to process so much so well, because I know that everyone is very integrated, everyone's all together on this. And at the very end, it was like Larry's prelude to the on up. People said, okay. And then it was very fast. And then I think Tattoo, are you here, Tattoo? Tattoo was just a few minutes too late. But he's like, no, this is his birthday. I brought him his birthday candles and stuff. All of us were all together, trying to make every day he had. Every day was special and wonderful, and it all kind of worked out beautifully because he did go very peacefully. He did very quietly. He had a lot of people around him who loved him, and people who said, I can't come because it's too close to their hearts. I understand that. Larry understood that, because not everyone can do it. And we don't expect people to be superhuman. We expect people to be themselves, and that's part of the gift of his love. He loves a lot of people, but he understood that we have capabilities and we have non-capabilities. If he didn't do something, he was okay with that. Being honest about it was probably the most important part. So if you said, I can't come see you, he got it. He was okay with it, because he'd rather you come when you could, and he didn't hold people responsible. He didn't do that. He was okay with come if you can. And I'm always okay with it. Come when you can. And you are here right now because you can. And there are some people out there, oh my God, I missed it. Just remind them that we can raise a toast to him anytime. All the time. You can just say, hey, and remember that you take a toast and you ground it because you're saying thank you to the people who've gone on before us. A lot of us are saying, we have a lot of memories. We have a lot of things to be thankful for. To wrap all this up, and to make this story stop, I wanted to say thank you for coming out today. We're grateful that you're here. We're happy to share these moments with you, and someday we'll get ashes in the mail. and we will take him to Hawaii because that's where he wants to go. And that's the plan. It's going to be like this autumn. You got to figure that stuff out. Got to figure out exactly which cove, and then working with his friends in Hawaii, exactly which one that is. And if anyone knows exactly that cove, can shout out that name. I know it's a state park, but it's a long Hawaiian name. So we'll get it figured out. But I just wanted to let you know that Larry is going to go back to Hawaii. He will do that this year. And the plan is we're just going to keep on keeping on. You all know what the right thing to do is. And you're all going to be all right. So I want to say thank you again for coming. Everything for years of all these amazing things. It's been a pretty wild ride. We got it. We got it.
Yes, we do. Grab your pots. To Karen, a toast. And again, to Larry, to Ivy Smart. For those that know what I'm saying next and understand it, please put your pot down. Please stand if you're able. Try not to hit somebody. I'm not good at this. Got it.
Coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot. Coming forth to carry me home. I looked over toward, what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me. Coming forth to carry me home. If you get there before I do, coming forth to carry me home. Tell all my friends I'm coming too. Coming forth to carry me home.
To Larry!
Thank you.